Hey everybody, it's your girl Nail, and welcome to Simply Nail's Tiny Studio. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here in the Tiny Studio. I really appreciate it. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. I'm having a pretty good day. Unfortunately, I'm dealing with a little arthritis issues in my feet, but they are getting better. This is day 4, so I'm sipping on turmeric tea and some other teas to alleviate the pain and the inflammation. But basically, we've just had Hurricane Debbie, and when my feet really begins to act up, it usually happens around the rain, and this is rainy season. So, but this is really the first actual bad flare up that I've had. So I'm not complaining. I still make it do what it does. I don't let too much stop me from getting things that needs to be accomplished around here accomplished, because one monkey does not stop the show, right? Right. And one of the things that I learned when I was really down with my health crisis about 6 or 7 years ago now, one of the things that I learned is that if I can place 2 feet onto the floor, I can make it to the bathroom or anywhere to sit up, wash myself, put on some perfume, put some drag on. Then guess what? That's all I need. Okay. That's all I need. If I can do those things, I'm doing fantastic. This is true. So I'm doing pretty good today. I hope that you're having a really great day. I'm here in a tiny studio doing what it does, doing what I do best, which could be a number of different things. I'm in here creating content. I'm also working on getting some projects together, putting together, okay, putting together proposals for projects that I would like to get myself immersed in. And then I'm also really very into the artistic side of me, which really comes out and I'm able to explore it here in the tiny studio. So the last time that we talked, I think it's been a while though. It's been a good while since we really talked in a tiny studio. Since the last time I really sat down and recorded a video for you guys, I think it happened. It's been a while. I was going to say that my trip back to Detroit was a video, but I think that was just me going live. But anyhow, in that process, we've been having a great time this summer. My husband and I, my family and I, we've had a great summer. It's a summer of celebration, and that's what we're doing. We're celebrating now, celebrating life. One of the things that I've been doing in the tiny studio is I have been creating. As you know, I am not just a crochet or fiber artist, but I'm also a jewelry designer. And so I put a lot of that, my jewelry designing, on hold because of my husband's cancer. I put a lot of things on hold, but I've been slowly, dipping my toes back into that arena. And so recently I started designing jewelry again. And the set of jewelry that you see on my ears right now is something that I designed. And they are called what I call minis. They are mini hoop earrings, and they feature amethyst and rose quartz. So that is amethyst and rose quartz. Well, wait a minute, let me make sure. Yeah, that one has a little amethyst in it. Yeah, amethyst. And you can really see this is rose quartz. So these are called my minis, and I think that's going to be the name of this particular collection. They're going to be called crystal minis. So you can carry, you can wear beautiful crystal jewelry, and they don't have to be as noticeable as I also have really huge hoops too, that I've designed featuring semi-precious gems or crystals as well. But these minis, they're so cute. They're not actually as obvious, but they're just as powerful. Mini crystals can be just as powerful as large crystals. So these are my minis, and I'm really thinking that the collection that I'm going to create will be the mini series of crystal earrings. And I think I have another pair floating around. I do, of minis. Okay, that's one. Where's the other? And I was actually creating, well, I became inspired to create some jewelry because my husband and I went away for our anniversary, and we celebrated 35 years of marriage. And so I bought outfits that I wanted to wear, and I made all the jewelry. Well, I made the earrings and the bracelets to go with the jewelry. And then I purchased some Sassy Jones. And I think those were the last videos that I made. I think the last video that I filmed here in the tiny studio had to do with a Sassy Jones unboxing. I believe that was the last video. Oh yes, that was me, Nell, at night. And the hubby was with me. So I created some jewelry to go with those necklaces that I purchased from Sassy Jones. And this was one of them. These went with the purple, that beautiful purple large crystal-y bib. It's called a bib, isn't it? It is. I think it's called a bib. You know, in ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt, they weren't called bibs, they were called collars. And that's what I see them as. In my mind, I'm saying collar, but I know that when you go to the Sassy Jones site, it's going to say bib. But let's just call them collars. So that really beautiful purple crystally collar that I purchased from Sassy Jones, I made these little mini amethyst and rose quartz earrings to go with it because the collar is so large. You know, it's so large, and I didn't want to wear an earring that would clash with the size of that necklace. So that's why I made the minis instead. And this is one pair. And then I made this pair of mini. I don't think I've worn them yet. But they're really cute. And these have howlite, hematite, and rose quartz crystals featured. And these are my minis. So I'm thinking that my entire collection for spring 2025 will be my mini crystal earrings collection. What do you think? Aren't they cute? So I just got into my creative bag again here in the tiny studio. Oh, and here's a funny thing. You know, I lost my tools, my jewelry tools, maybe like 3 different times here because the tiny studio is what? It's tiny. And so I'm always looking for ways to store things. And then when I store them, I forget exactly where I put them or where I placed them. So I've lost my tools 3 different times. I finally found them, and this time I have them sitting up on the shelf, so I will not lose use them. They are always within eye range where I can be able to also obtain them if I need them. Because there were a couple of occasions where I was in my bag as far as wanting to be creative in designing my jewelry. However, I had lost the jewelry, and then I did go ahead and I bought some more um, tools to use, and then I put them away and lost them as well. So I have both sets. I have the I have my tools that the tools that I already had plus the new tools. They're all together and they're sitting right up there. So I don't have to worry about being without my tools. So here is the third set of earrings that I made. And I just filmed a dreadlock love video. By the time you see this video, the dreadlock love video would have came out the previous week. So last week's video, dreadlock love video, you would have seen these earrings featured. And they are amethyst, rose quartz, and hematite on sterling silver. See how the hematite is magnetized? Watch this. Oh, that's hematite. Let's do it again. Up, up. So, I made these earrings as well for the trip, for our anniversary trip. And I think they are just so cute. Here they are. And I love hoop earrings. And I love crystals, so that's a really one of my favorite designs. So I'm really thinking that I'm going to get into for the spring collection 24-25. I'm really getting into making my minis collection, and then some nice dangly hoops collection. What you think? I've been really busy artistically in the tiny studio. I also I had a collection of charms that I was trying for years. I've had like a collection of charms, collecting charms, because I love charm bracelets, and I was really into the Pandora bracelets, but they're so expensive. And so I said, well, why don't I make my own? And that was the plan, but it didn't turn out like that. So the creativeness, the artistic bug, was really, once you get started, then the juices really begin to flow. Well, that's how it is for me. And so I saw the charms, and I have like 5 or 6 cases of charms. And I said, why don't I just make some charm bracelets? And that's what I did. Here is the first charm, and it's just chain plus charms and a lobster claw hook. So this is chain, and here are the charms. Isn't that cute? With all of my favorite things. There's the leather tee. There's 2 Eiffel Towers. There's some heels. There's a key that says love. There is a locking key there. There's a nice sandal. This was cute. I really liked it, and I wore this as part of my little collection. I made this the other day that I was in a tiny studio. I made this charm bracelet. With my favorite things on it. Hearts, shoes, the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, those are my favorite things. So they're represented on my charm bracelet. Isn't that cute? I thought so. And then I have another charm bracelet. Okay, let's see. My favorite things are on it. Tea, cute teapot, a purse or handbag, the Eiffel Tower, cute shoe, sandal. Isn't that cute? That's me. And oh, lipstick. Let's see if I can put it in a way you could be able to see it. Okay. And there is my third charm bracelet. So I'm really, really enjoying this. And as you see, it's not your traditional type of charm bracelet. It is a chain with the charms connected to the chain. And I just made this from some chains that I already had. I was making necklaces a few years back, and I had some chain left over, and I said, whoa, I could use this chain to make some charm bracelets. And that's what I did. So let's see, what else do I have in here? That's it. So these are the things that I've been musing over in the tiny studio. My favorite things. Putting them on, making charm bracelets with them, wearing them. One of my girlfriends said she really loved my charm bracelets. She doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to make her one too. So yes, the bug has done bitten me, as Dinah Ross said. The love bug had bitten me. Didn't need for him to get me. Woo! That is, love is like a itching in my heart. Something like that. I also, I got getting some bracelets tangled up. I also made these two bracelets to wear as well. And I can't think of what this is. I have a I want to say it's morganite, but I don't want to say that because this is a crystal. But I can't remember what it is. So this necklace is made up of that crystal, some silver beads, and wood. So it's like a multimedia type of bracelet because it has metals, and then it has wood and crystal or stone. And then this bracelet, I made this from a necklace that I received from a seller that I had purchased I purchased one of my Sassy Jones necklaces from on the secondhand market, and she included a necklace with it. I didn't like the necklace, but I did like the beads, and I liked the little medallion that came with it. So I just took it apart and I made a bracelet out of it, out of some of the pieces. So that is the silver and the black beads come from the necklace, and then that's hematite crystals in between. So that is what I have been busy doing in the tiny studio. Can you believe it? I've really gotten back to making jewelry, and I just love designing jewelry. I love making jewelry. I love all of those things. So right now I'm thinking about, I have the collection in mind that I want to put together for, you know, as far as with the minis. I have that in mind now. On top of that, I am also thinking of adding some charm bracelets to that collection, as well as, and it was on the tip of my mind. As Jermaine Jackson said years and years ago, it was sitting on the edge of my mind, and I cannot recall what it is. But I'm really thinking about adding the charm bracelets to the 2025 spring collection for Blue Lotus Hill Designs. And I think that it will be a really great seller. I just have to map it out and, get it figured out. Of course, I'm going to add some more. Oh, this is what I was going to tell you. I'm really thinking about getting into making rings. And so I already have some supplies to be able to make my rings. But I really need to, brush up on some skills so that I can be able to really create a really nice ring featuring a crystal inside of it. So right now I'm really I'm working on getting, refreshing myself on the skills, making sure I have all the tools, and of course, I have to acquire the metals that I want to use for my rings. Today I am wearing a ring that my husband bought me some years ago. It was for our I want to say our 20th anniversary. I think it was. It was our 20th anniversary. Yes, it was. It was our 20th anniversary. And this was the ring he got me. And I wore it for a very long time until we hit. No, that's not true. It was our 15th wedding anniversary. Because I'm thinking my 20th. Yeah. Now, 15th wedding anniversary, we were living in Detroit. So this was the wedding anniversary band that he bought me for our 15th wedding anniversary. And it fit perfectly. It fit perfectly because my hands were thicker. My hands were huge, okay? And then for our 25th wedding anniversary, that's when he bought me like a whole set of platinum rings that you see me wear in previous videos. And I've been wearing that for the longest time until I started losing weight. So as I've been losing weight, then I've been losing kind of, the plumpness of my hands. And so I had an experience where I unfortunately, my ring fell off, and it was a good thing that a friend of ours was around because they saw it and they were able to pick it up and give it to my husband. But after that episode, I took the rings off and I put them away. My husband put them up for me. And my daughter-in-law was telling me that I could get some one of these ring whatever they are, savers, I can't spacers or whatever. I think they're called ring spacers. I don't know what they're called. Anyhow, you're supposed to put it on your finger and it's supposed to help you keep the ring. I think it's called a ring stopper. It keeps the ring on your finger and it keeps it from falling off. So when my husband gave me my rings back and I went to clean them, okay, I was cleaning them. Child, one of the diamonds fell out. One of the diamonds fell out, and it took me and the tiny studio assistant. I think it took us about 2 hours to find the diamond. So we found the diamond. I put the rings back up. I said, forget it. Just forget it. I put them away. And so my husband said, well, listen, until you've reached your goal weight, it doesn't make sense to, pull them out and put them back on and put the ring sizer on there, and then I'm cleaning them and all that stuff. He's like, don't even the ring stopper. Don't do that. Just put them away. And when you've reached your goal weight, then I'll just take it to the jeweler and get them sized. And I was like, okay, fine. And in the meantime, I saw that this ring was put away. And so I said, well, let me go ahead and for our anniversary weekend, I'll wear this ring. And he was like, okay, go ahead and do that. And so I'm wearing this one. And I'm getting ready to take it off because I don't like the stopper. I don't like the stopper. I don't like it. And it's still, it's to me, it's really not helping. It's really not helping me. But, I don't know. What do you think? You think I should continue to wear this, or should I put this back in the safe? I might put it back in the safe. But I love this ring so much. I remember when he bought it, when he presented it to me, it was at an anniversary dinner that we went out with friends for our anniversary. And we were at the bar waiting for our table to, we had reserved the table, and we were at the bar waiting for our table to, waiting to be seated. And we had some drinks. And the next thing I knew, my husband was on his knees and he was presenting me this box. And I was like, oh, snap, what's going on? And so I opened up the box, and this beautiful ring was in this beautiful anniversary band. I'll never forget that. And my friends, they were like, oh, look, that is so beautiful. Because before then I had this ring set that we had bought when maybe we were married for about 2 years. This ring right here is our original with my original wedding band. This was our original wedding band, and we were young, we were broke, and so we both had one. His was a little bit thicker than mine, but this is the original wedding band. And then I believe we got to around year 5 or 6, somewhere in there. I think it was around year 5 or 6, and then we got matching wedding sets. So up until our 15th anniversary, when he bought me this, I was wearing a wedding band set, and it was cute to me. I loved it. The diamonds were tiny. They were tiny, but I loved it. He had a matching band with diamonds in it, and we loved it. We didn't care if the diamonds were small. We loved it because it was us. Symbolize our love. We had actually went to a jeweler to have the jeweler design it for us. And we loved it. And I wore that set faithfully until my 15th anniversary, and I was presented with this. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. I guess that's why I'm wearing it, even though it doesn't fit anymore. So I was telling my husband, maybe he should go ahead and maybe get this ring sized for me. And, get it sized for me. And maybe this can become an heirloom ring for my sons to present to their wives in the future. This could be the heirloom set that they could present to their wives. And, go ahead and resize it. Everything is perfect on there, and I still love it, and it's still me. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today in the tiny studio. I didn't talk about dreadlocks or anything, no crochet, nothing of that nature. Just me talking jewelry design and things of that nature, things that I really, really love, because that's what it's really all about in the tiny studio, talking about the things that makes my world go round. So I'm going to hop off of here, and I'm going to get started figuring out what we're going to do for dinner around these parts. It's getting kind of late, and I am going to talk to you soon, okay? Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And after you subscribe, make sure that you hit the notifications bell so that you will know when I schedule to hop into the tiny studio to talk to you about all things dreadlocks, crochet, vintage coach, jewelry design, and other fascinating things that happens here in the tiny studio. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.